All right, welcome, beautiful people, to yet another day, yet another week at Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on with myself, Martha. Hope you had a very amazing weekend like I did. Yes, I said amazing because my weekend was mind blowing. Now, I submitted to learning on various platforms and I learned quite a lot. So I can say that my price just went up because my price went up because what's the reason I'm going to be giving you that my price went up? Yes, I have added knowledge, right? The things I got to understand over the weekend, I was saying to myself, like, if I had known these things for a while now, I'd probably be doing better and greater things than I am doing right now. But yes, of course, I'm not one to be ungrateful. So yes, while I think about the things that would have been, I am also grateful for the things that are right now. And I'm trying to exhale and inhale every single moment of it, trying to find out how I can become better. Now, I say all the time, it's important to let ourselves this private moment so that we can reflect on who we are and who we are channeling our energy to become, right? It's a beautiful week. And what I'm going to leave you with this week is strive to be excellent. Strive to be excellent. These are one of the lessons that I learned, over the weekend. Strive to be excellent. Now, it's okay to have value. It's okay to be a person of value, but it's not okay if in that value you are not excellent in your delivery of the value that you possess. It would not be the right thing to do to not be excellent. So yes, my value is I can do certain things. I can talk, I can write, but when I'm not excellent about it, I don't do enough research. It doesn't go into what I talk about, and research does not go into what I write about. Then I'm not being excellent. I only have these skills. But when I'm excellent with these skills, it makes me fine-tune everything in a way that is acceptable and can be appreciated by anybody that picks it up or listens to me at all. Yes, so yes, for this week, this is our mantra for the week. Strive to be excellent. That being said, welcome again to another episode of the Midday Extra Show right here at Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. It's Martha right here, and I will be with you from this hour, 10 o'clock, to the hour of 2, where Benedicta takes over. Now, a little breakdown of what you'll be expecting for the show today. Now, this hour is the general open banters, and here we're talking about everything as it concerns Nigeria as a people and outside Nigeria as well. We see a lot has been going on in Morocco, and we sympathize with families who have lost their loved ones, due to the earthquake. Now, moving from that hour, we have mind and body. You know what happens in this hour? We basically talk about the ways that we can take care of our health and our body. Now, last week we had a guest right here in the studio, and she told us the importance of birth control and childbirth spacing. This is gradually fast becoming a reality in this part of the country where we need to talk about it all the time. We need to create awareness about it all the time. Not having people who have numbers of children who they cannot cater for, and then you leave them to the streets to constitute the nuisance that we get to talk about every single. They're not our birth rate. So yes, when I'm going to have this number of children, I should be able to prepare for this. A lot of us might want to overlook and say, I've been committed for a number of years. What has he given me? But let me tell you, without commitment, there can be no start, and without consistency, you will not finish. So yes, I beg your pardon, we're talking consistency. Yes, without commitment, you will not start, but consistency gives you the staying power you have begun. Right, so we're having that conversation at the 12 o'clock hour, and of course 1 o'clock is my absolute favorite time because my girls will be in the studio, and together we'll be having a heated conversation, like we always do right here. That being said, of course, my time will be up and Benedicta will take over. Stick back, relax, and listen. Do not go anywhere because I'll be right back. It's Eagles 102.3 FM, baby. Let me catch my breath. When I get back, we get into the stories we have lined up for today. Do not go anywhere.
We play those songs.
The good tunes just don't stop.
The good tunes just don't stop.
Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja.
Has anyone told you you can talk about your business on radio for just 15,000 naira? Get a chance to talk your business for 25 minutes on The Entrepreneur. Mondays to Fridays, 3 p.m. on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. For more inquiries, call 090-9984-4433. 090-9984-4433. The Entrepreneur. Talk your business for just 15,000 naira. Hurry now.
From Milky Way to Earth, everywhere there's internet. You find www.eaglesfm.com. Follow and engage with us now on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok at Eagles FM Abuja, Instagram at Eagles FM 1023. Download our apps on your Android and iOS stores. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience you can count on.
All right, welcome back. It's 20 minutes gone past the hour of 10. And yes, we know that the president went to India for the G20 Leaders Summit. And yes, a lot has been going on and we've been having reports from there. But we see that on Saturday in New Delhi, India, the president urged the global north, advanced economies and multilateral institutions to mobilize resources and direct efforts to where help is needed, most in the disadvantaged global south. Now, the president made this call while addressing the leaders. You know, we also said that he was going to be about the 10th person to address the leaders in that summit. And in his words, by doing respect, where diplomacy, dialogue, and cooperation take precedent over competition, conflict, and divisions which are based on inflexible ideologies and belief systems. Now, the president, while reflecting on the theme of the summit for this year is One Earth, One Family, One Future. He stressed the interconnectedness of global affairs and the need for collaborative effort. He also underscored the importance of tackling challenge. That is quite a commendable call and an honorable call by the president right there. Because yes, we cannot do it alone. No matter how much we want to claim independence, no country can do it alone. Even the world powers, we call the US, the UK, all of those countries as the world, be able to depend on them. It's one earth, like they said, one world, and we don't have any vision of President Bola Tinubu that Nigerians need change to happen quickly. Now, he said this yesterday when the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, paid courtesy visit to him and another former head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. These conversations happen, and he says Nigerians want changes to happen quickly. And yes, of course, we're in a place now where everything seems to be quite difficult, and everyone is looking for just a way to forge ahead. We have lots of things being extremely difficult for the common man out there. We know that, you know, the government is supposed to look out first for the common man, but these things are difficult. So Nigerians want change to happen quickly so that, you know, we will be able to relax at some point and say, you know, we have gotten this particular one right, and now our country has helped us to do this right. But again, there's something I always say here. Change is a process. No, if we want it to happen quickly, we might not get a lasting solution or a lasting result, right? But I don't know what you think about that. I'll hear your thoughts as soon as the phone lines are opened. Now, we also see Laolu Akonde saying that INEC broke Nigerians' trust with failure to e-transmit results. He's talking about the February 25th presidential elections. And the National Electoral Commission to e-transmit results of the last general elections has shattered the trust of Nigerians in the body. Now, while speaking, you know, on a channel on politics, this happened on Friday. He said that despite the assurances from the commission to transmit results electronically, it failed to upload election results on the INEC result viewing portal. That's the IREV. And in his words, he says it is important to establish something we cannot basically run away from. INEC came out of its election as a damaged good, of this election as a damaged good. This is no doubt about that INEC itself set up a standard, determined the guidelines, and committed to the people of Nigeria that this is how we are going to declare the results of the election. And I feel like when Nigerians are complaining about the fact that the political party not emerging, their political party not emerging, about these differences, but majorly, if you speak with Nigerians, you know, on a daily basis, and you listen from their point of view, it's about you making a promise and then going back on your word. Remember when we had that election discussion right here on radio, a lot of people were of the opinion that, oh, I have not voted in my life, I have never voted, but because INEC has assured us that these things will be transmitted live, which means we can have detailed analysis on how these votes have been carried out, how many people voted, and how many votes have been allotted to a particular candidate. We will go out to vote because now they've been able to build our trust, build our faith in them, in their system, that they're going to get it better this time. Now, coming out again and saying that only INEC can determine how the results are being come about, this has broken Nigerians. And I think, I don't want to say beyond repair, but I'm afraid that it has broken Nigerians beyond repair, because we hear people say from time to time here that I'm never voting again. I had faith in the government. I had faith in INEC that this particular one would be, a different thing, a different turn. We'll see something different, with the results being transmitted live and all of that. It would have given the electoral system a chance. It would have given the people, given the government another chance. Now, the people will now have more faith in the government because they said it and they did it. So now I think this is more of a case of you have broken our trust in this area. And then after the judgment by the tribunal saying, INEC, there are various ways which these results can be transmitted. It is not wrong if INEC comes out to choose a particular one. It's a matter of integrity here. You have built the faith of the people and you have made the people believe that it's going to be done this way. Don't you think doing it that way makes them have some level of peace and rest, saying, yes, the government did it right. My candidate did not win, but I see that it is fair because there's a track record, there's proof, right? But yes, let me know what you think again, but I totally agree with Laolu Akonde on this one. Now we see that Morocco quake kills more than 1,000 people. This is report from the Ministry of Interior. Like I said earlier, we sympathize with everyone who has lost their family and their loved ones due to this earthquake in Morocco. Now, you know that Akeredolu, I cannot handle this now, giving somebody who is healthy at that time to be able to run the affairs of the state. And in a statement he personally signed in Akure, the state capital, he said that he's deeply touched by the show of love and affection from eminent individuals, groups, organizations, political associates, and particularly the Abubakar, the presidential candidate of the PDP, and Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, to try again in 2027. Now, he is the Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Adeboyega Oyetola, and he charged both presidential candidates of the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party to wait for another 4 years to make another shot at the presidency. And Oyetola spoke at the reception organized in his honor by his community and said the February 25th presidential election has been decided both on the field and at the tribunal. Now, speaking in his native language, he added that both the candidates would have to wait for another 4 years to repeat the class they failed this year. In his words, they should wait for another 4 years to repeat the classes that they failed. Of course, reactions will thrill from this comment right there. A lot of people have the opinion that the government that brought you into power is the one that needs to, take more classes when you're talking about integrity, when you're talking about doing the right thing, excellent procedures. You people need to go and learn to do the right thing, not telling the people who have, followed these procedures properly. Of course, some other people were of the opinion that it might be true. Certain things should have been considered by both the Labour Party candidate and the PDP presidential candidate. What if they had not split it? They probably might have won the election somehow. But again, we cannot cry over spilled milk. It is done and it is done. We're moving on from there. Now, we see Umahi fumes that he has the right to choose his replacement at the Senate. He was chosen by his people to represent them at the Senate until he got an appointment by the president. He is the Minister of Works, Chief David Umahi, and he declared that he has the right to decide his replacement as the senator representing Ebonyi South District under the All Progressive Congress. Now, it was reported that Umahi left the Senate after being appointed by the country's Minister of Works by President Bola Tinubu. Now, the Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja on September ruled that Umahi was the district validly elected senator after dismissing petitions from the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party's candidate. Now, that being said, the phone lines will be open immediately to take your contributions and your takes as regards to stories that we have read out here this morning. Please keep it coming through on 090-7353-0044. Let's hear you. Hi, good morning.
Mata. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. BB Blessing,
How
how's
are you
it going?
today?
I'm fine, thank
Good
you.
morning for Monday morning making.
Good morning. Good morning.
The analysis when you shot blood from us now, they say may we wait. I don't know whether we when we become a man, we go wait until na Labour or na PDP go wait. They no win the election. First of all, Labour no win the election. Now they're supposed to do the news, do the right thing. Now, if me, I go talk now. My name is Bibi Bless. I'm calling from Motaco. Right. They say now we wait. We wait. So say for might we come out all votes. We say I want ask. We not come out for this vote. We come out for this vote. Come out vote so that may Annex give us our vote. Make sure our vote must be cast. Make sure our voice will be here for Annex. Now we vote. We not hear our voice. Annex, give our vote. I don't need to understand. Now we go the pitch again, the pitch card. Do you see the way person pass it down? They say go the pitch again. Then when they continue to fail, I can say, let them go sit down, do the needful. What I want to talk now, they are already promising us. We already put our hope for there. But by the time we know they put hope for Anek again, we know they put hope for our president, we know they put hope for Richard or court, anything. You see, say this Nigeria go move forward. Make they allow us to appoint person where go the rule. When we appoint, then this person we need. If you don't do it, we have the right to command that person. But when they say person where not supposed to rule, they put that there, they cannot do the right thing. This one will say, allow me to lie my own, let me get the seat. That is why they continue to come out, they lie for us, they will do this for us. If they not say they not go lie for us, my sister, they say they are sharing parity. My eye don't see the parity. She say I'm not see and I lie. I see my neighbor carry parity come. This mudo, you go be mudo, one mudo of mudo, five mudo. Okay, they put up a radar for there. When you carry board, they will carry, they will call you, come and carry, they will give you. When you get for street, they will carry you, say, come and carry. Now, that's what we need. Not be what Nigeria needs to be that. Okay, leave this money, do refinery for us. Leave this money, just reduce the price of cost of market. That is what we are begging our president. They say, now, you are not for you, not Abuja, they don't correct their parity. Not be like that. We want to, until we start for the truth. Now we go to move forward. Without that, we can remain the same. God bless you. I will still call you back again. May I answer my customer?
All right, BB Blessing, thank you. It's a good thing you admitted that they've started sharing the palliative. How many other people have, had access to this palliative? Please do let us know here on radio. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, my name is Paul, calling from Nasarawa.
All right. Paul, it's good to have you on the show.
You see, let me tell you one thing, my dear sister. I thank God for this woman that dropped and did this bless. That woman I thank God for her life. In this country, nothing is working. I used to say, when poor man is happy, they will go in face of crime fighter. And you see, all these things that is happening. What are we going to cry for? Let them hear us. As we are burning our credit every day, are they hearing us? As this man said, man, nothing is working. In Nigeria, I cannot go to hospital now to access medical care with anything, nothing. You understand? No medicine in the hospital, no school functioning, no anything that is functioning in this country. But if I mistakenly throw one packet of razor blade down, they will kill me. Look at bandits everywhere. Look at how things are caused. Look at how people are misbehaving their lives. If you did not take your mind far away, you will become addicted to all these things that is happening in this country. You will be involved in one thing or the other. But when God is, the word of God says, one with God is majority. The only thing that I know for sure is that here I'm managing my life. If I'm seeing my daily bread, I'm okay. 300. 3. So anything that somebody is doing in this world, anything that somebody is doing in this world, in Nigeria entirely, nothing is working. I'm telling you, because they're not hearing us. They cannot be able to travel from here to Southeast with the sum of 5,000 naira, 6,000 naira because of the government of the day. What are we talking about? I used to tell friends that if you give me money to go to school now, I will not even go. Because whatever I require there is 0/0. It's of no use. My uncle is a graduate sitting at home. Some of my people are graduates sitting at home, no job, nothing. They are coming at home. He tell me that something is working in this country. Nothing is working. So, but that one does not mean that I will involve myself. Maybe doing nothing.
Of course. All right. We hear you. We hear you. Thank you so much for your contribution today. Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, welcome.
This is Mr. Son of the Prince.
Oh, Mr. Sonny the Prince, good morning to you.
Morning, my dear. How you work and everything?
Work is fine, thank you. We're pushing it.
My prayer for you every day is that you don't get tired of Nigerian problem.
Thank you so much, Sonny the Prince. It's a very valid one.
Yeah, because at least we have done our bit. Life is stage by stage,
Mm-hmm.
At least 17 when we were born on this country, our father, when we started understanding the things of life, our father used to tell us that the country will be better one day. And by God's grace now, I'm now still telling my children that the country will be better one day. When you put 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, about 40 years has gone, and we're in 2022, that is to say about 60 years has gone, and all the hope is that it will be better. I don't know when it's going to be better. Some of us that enjoy little time that the country we are good, we are asking, is it from worse to worse or from better to worse? Because even during the time of Babangida, we felt things were hard. It wasn't like that. When I started my house project in 2003, Bagosina was about 800 naira then. And my father was telling me that it's of higher side, that it will come down. I said, Papa, nothing will go over this country, they come down. From 800 naira, 850, 900, 1,000. I end up, before I could finish the project, I end up buying cement for 2,800. Today, the same cement is sold in my hometown for 5,700. So I don't know who will really help us out in this situation we're in today. We have all it takes here. We have all the natural resources you could talk about. The sun is given to us on a platter of gold. The rain, everything you could talk about, we have it here in quantum. And yet, the citizenry are suffering. You understand? My brother resides in Austria. You work, you don't work. Government pay you salary every month. And this country, out of the money government is generating from us, there's few people that are being paid salary. Millions of Nigerians are left to struggle from mouth and mouth. At least normally, every Nigerian should have this.
Hello, are you there?
Every Nigerian should have basic salary because all the natural resources we enjoy in this country are given to us on a platter of good by God. It's our collective resources, and everybody should enjoy from it. When you talk about Nigerian population of 200 million, for instance, the workforce of government is not up to 30 million, while the remaining 170 million are struggling from hand to mouth. While people are enjoying the natural resources given to us by God. When you go to countries like Dubai this Arab country, before now, Libya were enjoying Salah and all that. If people these things are being given, low income house for the citizenry, crime will reduce. But life in Nigeria is expensive. That's why so many people are going into crime every day. And they give us all the insurance on this planet Earth.
Oh, Sonny the Prince. I would love to hear that done. But like you said, we have all that it takes. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Mata?
I'm very well, thank you.
My name is JB.
All right, JB. It's good to have you on the show.
Congratulate Governor Akeredolu.
Of course.
For coming back alive, coming back heavy and strong to take over the rule of government in its own state. You can see how democracy works when there is rule of law. Sickness is natural. Anybody can be sick.
Of course.
And when you know you don't have the capacity to function,
give it to someone who can
hand over to the deputy, who took charge of the state. And he came back to the local position. That's how that should be. Now, I want to comment on the issue of IRF. They are saying that the INEC had the right to determine to do whatever you want to do. I don't want to talk sentiment or emotion. I want to talk fact and law.
Okay.
And we want us to examine together. Electoral Act 222 as amended.
Okay.
I want to read section 50, subsection 2. It says, subject to section 52 of this act, voting at an election and transmission of results under this act shall be in accordance with the procedure determined by the commission.
Okay.
Shall be in accordance with that is election, that is result now.
Okay.
Selection and transmission of results.
Okay.
INEC came out and said we have IRF. Let's ask, what was the IRF for? IRF is not for collation.
Okay.
When in every forum that the chairman spoke and their spokesperson, they never say IRF is for collation.
Mm-hmm.
They say IRF is for public viewing, for the public to view the results.
In real time.
In machine election and people election, yes, wait, hold on.
Okay.
The machine election and other election is just for public viewing, real time. Public viewing, real time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for collation.
Of course.
But public to view the results. Elections have been done, results have been declared. All the parties, if your party agents were there, either you accept the result sheet or not, you have to start and take a copy of the result. Now, when they say upload real time to the IRF for public viewing, let's assume that the results were not uploaded real time. How did that affect the result? You have to copy in your hand. Does that change the result? That the Labour Party scored 2,000 in one unit, APC scored 50. But because the result was not uploaded every time, it has changed the result from 2,000 for Labour Party and our next APC to 5,000. I don't think it can happen. Because you have the hard copy of the result, you can collect it and submit it to you. And another copy is a collation center, which is manual.
Of course.
I never said they will collate results manually. The collation is what by the procedure. Our collation is manually, not electronically. Our collation, I repeat, is manual. Now, what does non-transmission lead time? How does it affect the result of Labour Party, PDP, and it did not affect APC? How did it not affect Labour Party results in the whole of South East, where you have 95%? That you only affected them in the place outside South East and South
That
South.
it was not, yeah.
I think these are the questions we need to ask ourselves. In wrapping up, I don't think INEC has done anything that could be divide. Non-transmission lead time does not change the result. It's a public view. And what you see on the public view is different from what you have in your hand as a hard copy. You need to go to the tribunal with the hard copy your agent gives you and go and tell the court. When they put in the IRF, it's 2,000, I scored 5,000 in this polling unit. Look at it. Labour Party and PDP did not do any of such.
All right.
Quote me right. Even the judges said this, that they did not bring a single sheet of what their agent did them. So anybody saying I will not vote again because I understand that if they are bad leaders who do not want to accept defeat. Labour Party and PDP were beating blue black. Labour Party did not tell the court and PDP how non-transmission lead time rob them of votes. How many votes? Natasha, a lady in Kogi State, went to court with hard copies of results. And they wanted to prove before the judicial said, look, my result was not applied very well. And they calculated this and they said she's the winner of that senatorial district. The Labour Party goes to court with any result sheet from its agent to prove that it's the non-transmission was the vote taken from there. No. Anybody that says he will not vote again is a bad loser.
All right.
That is the spirit of sportsmanship. If you lose today, you can win tomorrow. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for that contribution right there and that breakdown. Let's see who we have here. Hi, good morning.
Wow, good morning.
Yes, welcome.
Fortunately, just a single call and a today. Good morning. This is Frederick calling you from Jabi.
Okay, Frederick, it's good to have you. Seems it's a lucky day today.
Yeah, serious.
All right.
As Nigerians, like I said, of all places you've been to, Nigerians are hospitable. Nigerians are good people. Nigerians are lovely people.
Of course, you can say that.
But the seeds of our own destruction lives among us. within us and ourselves. How can you imagine a citizen like you justifying the injustice meted out to some of his own citizens? How can we claim to strive for growth and development while we still undermine the capacity of other Nigerians to achieve greatness? Why should propaganda, deceit, be the hard work of people that tend to defeat on Nigeria every day? Why? This thing was glaring, my sister. Very, very glaring. Everywhere. Everybody knows it. If we, for the fact that we know ourselves in this country and what we do to ourselves and all that, tell me, for God's sake, what kind of a government will come without even bringing the past government into account and all that it has done? So that government that went up for 8 years had done no wrong. What kind of a country is this? Do you know what undermines development and growth in this nation is corruption? How can somebody tell me that the past 8 years, that with a country like Nigeria, for God's sake, that we've had a government that wasted resources for 8 years without even fixing a single refinery, and today a cold government cannot hold them to account? No transparency, nothing. How? What? For what reason? Of all the allegations, this is what we were running away from. Because the past government, the blueprint of the past government was so dark. That was the worst that we've ever had in this country. And these people came to do the same thing. Now, for God's sake, tell me, how can you achieve growth? How can you achieve development with such? What do you think it's underground? What is the platform? Apart from the starvation, the hunger, today the hardship on Nigerians, to tell you that these guys never had it good. Never been ready for governance. Because this is no governance. One of the reasons why the past government failed was how it wasted a lot of money in the name of social investment programs. And here this one comes again, giving out billions of naira in the name of palliative. From the first instance, you were not even supposed to have done that. You know what? The lack of unity in this country is costing a lot on us. A lot of people, these politicians have succeeded in using religion, ethnicity as a weapon to achieve their tendencies. Because if not, just imagine what happened in a country like Kenya of recent, where subsidy was removed. In just how many days the whole country got, because they were feeling it. And what happened? The leadership there just decided to, okay, we'll put a stop to this. How about Nigeria? Before now, the rate at which Nigerians were suffering was entirely different, even from now. Now it's even worse. And here, people are still justifying the means at which these people came to power. How? For God's sake, we are like that. You know how hundreds of billions that were spent just to make sure that this election was successful? How can you deceive people at the 21st century and tell them not to do this? I had somebody of recent asking a question about what democracy was and what a military government was. What do you call democracy, for God's sake, with injustice?
All right.
Should people protest? Should people protest to bring the country down, which is not supposed to be like that? We are too civil in this country. We are too civil. That was what I told a friend of mine, Alfred from Rwanda. He was relating these things happening to me and all that, and I told him, no. We are too civil in this country. If we're not, definitely worse could have happened. But unfortunately, now they've taken advantages of this witness and civility of of the people to have their way all the time, which is not good. Because let me be sincere to you, this you see cannot get things done. Let me put on its greatness and what its capacity to perform. How did they come into? Is it the fault of the people that gave them this mandate, or how? The judiciary. How can the judiciary determine who leads? Why? The people do, not the judiciary.
Of course.
I
understand you,
This
GB.
is Nigeria.
All right. Thank you so much, so that we can take more calls. Thank you so much for your
Thank
contribution, right? Much appreciated. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, welcome.
My name is
Commerce, quickly, let's know. What are your thoughts?
My take this morning is that as I'm telling to you, I'm the student of democracy. Why I think is that we start from PDP, we're aiming to bring the president that works in Nigeria. First of all, running the country to this stand, there's changes to Obasanjo. Obasanjo don't dream to be a president. Who will want to vote is Alex Okwesi. The change of Obasanjo. You see all these democracy leaders, calling themselves a democracy president. When you look at the democracy we are practicing in the country, is not. We are not going to call them a corruption. We are thieves. They're criminals that people our money, putting our money to make our economy frustration and depression. And the youth of Nigeria have suffering a lot. The leader of tomorrow cannot have peace to say they are leaders of tomorrow. We come to prophetically, we are going to APC. They say we should change. All of us go back to APC. So that's I'm talking to you. Me, I'm a member of APC. I'm APC. We fight that Buhari to come to president of this country.
Okay.
What do you see? Change has come into depression, frustration, anger, hungry, bitterness everywhere in the country. That's what we want Nigeria to be. All the leaders are filled our frustrations in this country. We want things to be better and things better harder to everybody in the country. Is it democracy? I feel that now they are talking about in the election they have done. Election is the wrong election. The governor election, the senator election, the house of election is correct. But they want to frustrate the system. They say that they cannot bring the other one cannot be worked. They make it again, the game plan. Now the judges at the court where is the common man who they have degraded themselves and they have frustrated themselves that they are frustrating Nigeria. They don't think they are frustrated us. They have destroyed their system. Everybody in the country have no mind, they have no good mind with the judiciary because they are doing the wrong thing. Their judgment is wrong and it is a corruption judgment. So nobody have happiness on the judgment. As the people and the is going to court, so they continue going. Even they don't get winning from the high court, the whole world is watching high court. They'll give insult themselves and it's not that they continue to insult themselves.
All right.
They do the right thing, they'll get Nigeria will get hope on them.
All right.
That's what we are planning for.
Thank you so much, Comrade Salisu. All right. Thank you so much, Comrade Salisu, for that point right there. Hello, good morning. Quickly, please make your point so that we can call it a day right here. Welcome. Okay, we have lost that call. Hello, good morning.
Martha, how are you doing?
Salasi, I see you have been calling. I'm so sorry. It's been
saying, what is the problem? What is the problem?
So,
it will be 2 minutes now.
Sorry,
there are
Salasi.
many people that want to call and contribute. So we explain about election. Keep explaining for what they promised us at Qatar House that the IRF is going to work. And at the end, they fail Nigeria, and somebody is justifying the evil being marketed to the masses of this country. You could imagine this is the government that comes in the mantra of fighting corruption. Look at the government that were in power for the past 8 years. None of our refinery was worked. And these are the government that were paying a huge amount of money for fuel subsidy. This government come in and says subsidy is gone. And people are pressing them that subsidy is gone. And at the end now we are paying 318 They brought it to Nigeria. After celebration, they took the aircraft back, and some people are still celebrating them. In what way will I celebrate the past administration? They have been complaining about PDP for the past 5 years. Now they have come and complaining the past government that just left for the past 8 years. These are the failure in politics in this government. I think we need to rethink and need to calculate very well. The crowd of people will walk into power as our leader. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much, Selassie, for that contribution right there. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mata.
Yes, welcome. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
John from Sileja.
All right, John from Sileja, it's good to have you. Please quickly let us know your point. We're running out of time.
Okay. I want to talk about the Indian invitation and the Indian trip.
All right. Please, can you put off your radio set so that we can hear you?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, go ahead.
Yes. In early 70s, 80s, do you know that these Indians was in this country? That is in large numbers. When you talk of Indians was here looking for job, if you don't have idea, especially teaching job in the north, teaching and these other kind of job they want to need. Their women, their ladies are here hawking and what have you. I want to talk about it because why I'm bringing this issue is about leadership. At the end of the day, their leaders went back to the drawing board. Look at how they will come out of this their trouble. And India left back to their countries. You can't see many of them here now. And the same India who are here serving us that time, and the same people we are going to now, begging them.
Are you there? I really would have loved to hear the end of that conversation.